'Cause I know all the pretty girls said pick me up early. All the pretty girls said I'm going to LA.
Oh, we live.
All the pretty girls said
You live, bro?
You live, broski? Broski?
I got some good friends that live down the street. Got a good-looking woman with her arms around me. In a small town where it feels like home, I got everything I need. And everything that I was calling you five on the radio station on a 4-day, 3-night beach vacation. DC senorita fishing down to Panama. Oh Lord, when it rains,
Joe, what's up, everybody? Let's go. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Welcome to Content is Profit fam. What's up, Fonz?
Welcome.
How did I call it yesterday? The community? Do you remember what I sent you?
No, I don't remember. But you asked me what's up, and let me tell you, it's not my morale because Arsenal lost today.
Oh, boy.
But it's okay because they actually had a good game. They had a good game. Good job, boys.
But, hey, let me tell you, that was progress because I did not notice your change of mood. So, high five. That's a win.
It's because they play well. They didn't get crushed.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
What did I say?
There's sport fans out there. You know what I'm talking about.
So we're trying to find a name for the community. Obviously, we have the Content is Profit Facebook group. I don't think that's good. So I texted FONZI last night. Publishing Content Club. What do you think?
I don't know.
I was thinking about
I mean, it
more
does,
like in the football club kind of.
yeah. It doesn't sound bad, but it reminded me of like S Club 7, kind of like that. Like
I don't know what S Club 7 is.
Bro, it was like the old like. It was like a boy band type of thing. Bro, it was like a music band back in the day.
Anyways,
sounds like Backstreet Boys, something like that.
If you're part of the community, please send us a DM. We're looking to rename the community, the network. What is it? What are we looking for in there? What are you feeling? Let us know. But with that said, Fonzie, I think we have a fun topic today. We just came up with it. It felt right? It felt right?
It felt
It felt right.
It fell by inspiration. Actually,
I know.
Some of the through one of the conversations that we recently had. That's why you need to have conversations because they spark topics.
That's right. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
This mix is getting me ready.
I know this mix is good.
All right.
I gotta.
You found it?
Get on the intro. There we go.
All right, here we go.
Hey,
I'm Luis.
And I'm Luis.
And you're listening to the Content is Profit podcast.
Where we talk about entrepreneurship, mindset, and of course, how to turn your content into profit.
But most importantly, we're here to have a good time with you. That's right. So go to contentisprofit.com and join the community, the Publishing Content Club. Hey!
That Publishing Content Club still doesn't exist. So just go join the Content is Profit community.
That's right.
You almost skipped that part.
I know.
I almost didn't notice.
I caught it.
I almost didn't notice, but like my spidey senses were tingling and they were like, something's wrong. we missed something.
Fonzie, controversial topic today.
Controversial topic. We are going to be talking all about what they don't tell you in funnel land.
Ooh-wee. No, please stop. Anyways, what they don't tell you in funnel land. Full disclosure, we do love funnel land.
Yeah, it's a very happy place.
Yes.
Yeah, we recommend it still. It's part of the education, but for newcomers, when they go there, you get so involved and you believe that you can make money with very little work just goes through the roof.
What is that? Hold on.
We're gonna add more context to this.
Okay.
I'm just like putting kind of like a warning up there.
Okay.
Just like a sign.
A sign. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Which, again, funnels, they do work, but the secret they don't tell you, which we're gonna be talking all about today. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, I was trying to rhyme something, but yeah, the rap game is not my strength. It's very important to understand that yes, those things can be done, but don't believe that it's the only way because honestly, that is more kind of like a side destination to the journey. But what you need to be doing is actually not talked as much in funnel land, or it is talked, but it is kind of like big no. People are like, no, don't do that. that
Marketing move. Very smart marketing move.
It's a marketing move at the
from
end of the day.
funnel land kings.
Yeah, I agree. It's like a positioning type of thing.
Yeah, I like it.
So let's talk about it. First of all,
what's funnel land?
What is funnel land, right? Let's start with that. And we're going to try to do this without dropping any names because personally, we don't believe in, talking bad about other people and whatnot. And first of all, we're not talking bad about anybody here.
No.
We're just stating our beliefs and our thought process and epiphanies that we've had along the journey.
Yes.
But we don't want to do any bad to any of the, communities involved in here. That being said,
why don't we want to do that? Because we've had a wonderful run over the last years with people in Funnelland.
We actually owe a lot to Funnelland.
Yeah.
We've learned so much, and we still love going to those events. They're amazing.
And we will use a lot of funnels.
Exactly.
By the way, we have a funnel. It's just not on the page. But anyways, we'll get into that in a bit. Okay.
Exactly. So what is Funnelland, right? A lot of new marketers or business owners, entrepreneurs, when they're coming into the entrepreneurial world, trying to sell their service or products, they discover Funnelland. They come across companies, coaches, people that are pitching you the idea of selling your services and products in a very passive way, meaning you build your funnel, you start driving traffic there, and then the funnel does the selling for you, and then it becomes an evergreen machine of cash, right? So the idea is beautiful because a lot of people are like, oh, cool, wow, I can make money sitting in my couch, eating potato chips. Guilty. That was me, right? And at the end of the day, you need to put in the work. Even to build the funnels in Funnelland, yes, you need to put in the work. There's a lot of skills that are needed to kind of like build these funnels in a good way that they convert. But at the end of the day, what is talked kind of like down upon is a little bit of the outbound world and the outbound world of sales.
Before we go there, also, funnel is a very powerful tool, clearly.
Yeah.
Also, it depends on what type of business you have. What thing do you sell? How do you sell it? Do you have your messaging right? Do you don't have your messaging right? Like we came into Funnelland where we had nothing. Like we came in literally with pen and paper.
I think we can add some context to all this through our story.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of how we found we were trying to start a business, right? And when you start a business, there's many pieces that you have to put in place to grab traction, right? Depending on what you do, what you sell, whether that's a service, that if you go info product, if you do affiliate marketing, there's obviously different things that you can do. So we started selling a product. The first thing that we set up was a Shopify store with the stickers and Sixo Southern, right?
Actually, I don't know if you remember this. We had one called Be Wealthy, but it was
with the animal.
Be Wealthy. So it was kind of like a game of words. The logo was a little B, but it actually meant like B. E as the internet.
I know.
Wealthy. And I thought it was pretty cool. And the idea was to...
We actually sold that domain.
Yeah, we sold that domain for like
money.
For like $200.
Some money.
I mean, it was pretty good, right? We bought it for like 10. But the thing is...
Maybe that's a business we need, like domain flipping.
The whole... maybe. New venture right here, live in Content is Profit.
Yeah.
The thing is, with Be Wealthy, it was all funnel land dreaming. It was like, oh yeah, let's get a bunch of ebooks. Let's build a bunch of ebooks on how billionaires and multimillionaires made their money, and we're gonna sell them for $5. And that is that thought process that you start getting through Funnelland, which is
it is really attractive.
Let me sell these small size products at a huge volume while I sit down in my couch. First of all, how are you gonna get the traffic to sell $5 of ebooks, right, at that volume? If you don't have like resources to drive traffic and stuff like that, for
getting
example.
a $5 ebook about traffic, clearly.
Clearly, exactly.
Anyway, so that was the rabbit hole that we kind of went into, right? And extremely grateful for the journey, right?
We did learn a lot.
We did learn a lot. We're still learning a lot, right? Yeah. But for us, our situation was that we needed to sell a service, right? And we needed to sell a service at a price point that it could work for us, and
that would allow us to eat.
Allow us to eat, yeah. So through a funnel was really challenging. Also, to add to the equation, we didn't really know what we wanted to sell. That was the other thing. Like, we tested so many things, right? From the service, we're trying to discover who do we want to serve. And, one of those things when you go into these courses or masterminds or different things, most likely they're going to ask you, who's your dream client? Who do you want to help? Who's that person? Picture in your head. Like, we work to, right now we're working with a coach, right? That he almost every single Monday, he shows us a picture of like his dream client, right? He has
which I'm going to say, it really looks like him and his family.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is literally, like you see the picture and you see a picture of him in real life and with his family, and you're like, dude, are you your dream customer?
No, but
funny.
But to his point, once he did that exercise, right? Like, it's funny because like he makes it so easy to communicate and to share your message and to share the problems and to share the solutions and so on. And I think for us has been really challenging at the very beginning, that exercise, because we didn't really know what was a problem also that we were trying to solve. Like, there was just so much. So
or dream client was somebody that had money. That's it. That was the only qualifier. Much. The only qualifier is he's able to purchase whatever we're going to sell because we don't even have something to sell.
Yeah. And at the time, right, we were experimenting with the things that we wanted to do. And a very quick way that we learned was, this is a phrase I love, what's the fastest path to cash, right? So if we have to like set up a funnel and the messaging and trying to figure out what we're going to sell and do the video sales letter and do the sales letter, drive the traffic, figure out the traffic, pay for the traffic, right? With what money do we stop eating? Like, what's the thing? Like, it just feels and seemed like a very big journey, and it was really challenging, right? Because you start thinking about that and then you don't execute because of the overwhelm.
Now you have a to-do list of like 100 items, and this is actually a phrase that we learned from somebody in Funnelland that we love a lot. And I remember he said, for every solution that there is, you open a door to a whole bunch of other problems. And that was literally the experience in Funnelland, right? When we got introduced to the idea of potentially having a funnel that would give you, evergreen cash, it opened a door to a whole new problem. It's like, okay, what do I write in my funnel? How do I record a VA sale? What is even copywriting? I had no idea what copywriting is, right? How do I solve all these technical issues? How to automate my funnel with my backend? All these things. And that becomes a huge, massive problem that at the end of the day, it's a big roadblock between you and profit.
Yeah. So keep in mind, again, we're starting a business, right?
Yeah. And we were very excited. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, and this is what we've seen. A lot of people that come into that world, they get very excited. And I think that excitement also helps in many ways, right? Mm-hmm. Because we've seen both sides where it's very positive environment where a lot of people help each other out, but we've also seen the negative environment where, somebody can be like 1 or 2 steps above and they're trying to sell you, but they don't really know what the next 3 steps are going to be that you're also going to face. And it's like this crazy loop of things. And so we've seen both sides, and we rather stay with the positive sides, right? Yeah. But here's the deal. At the end of the day, when we decided to do BIZBROS full time with Content Momentum and the service that we offer, we had to sit down and really see, okay, well, now we had some kind of traction with a type of product and a service that we actually enjoy doing, right? Because we went through like probably 5 or 6 different things that we did that we didn't really enjoy, added friction. We had to learn a ton, right? And we couldn't execute. Maybe we weren't getting the best results. We couldn't like specialize in the thing or the experience on how can we make this experience better for us, for the clients, right? For the people that we serve. So once we decided on that thing, then going back to the question, who do we serve? What's the problem that we solve? What's the thing? Became a lot easier. And even then we had to continue to optimize who that person was. You go back to 2021, it was a crappy year, man. Like, that sucked. And, we're still here. The team's still here. We're making more progress. And I heard this phrase. I think it was Steve Harvey that said it. When you're going through hell, don't stop. Keep going. Why would you want to, stay in hell?
That's a good point.
And I think like through last year, that's exactly what happened, right? Maybe we should have moved a little bit faster, but with that's part of the journey of trying to find that out. Add to that experience, figure out the funnel and the message. I think just becomes like super overwhelming, right? So when FONZI shared a story, maybe we don't share the names.
Yeah.
But he shared this the other day, and I'm like, yeah, like that goes hand in hand with how we finally were able to grab a ton of traction, which is the fastest path to cash.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's a lot of beliefs ingrained in there once you go into the world of funnels and you see what is possible, because it is possible. But let's be honest, a very small percentage of people actually are the ones that are fueling that dreams for everybody else, right? When you see that, you get excited, you get motivated, you become passionate about, yes, let me quit my 9 to 5 and start selling my hobby, for example. And at the end of the day, it's a very long, challenging journey, right? And something that we kind of like had to change our mindset about was about sales, because in that world, kind of like sales is a bit spoken down to. Kind of there, you don't need to be salesy to sell your product, right? That's kind of part of the message, right? In general, is you don't need to be calling people to sell your product, right? You don't need to be all sketchy to sell your product. And yes, you don't need to be sketchy to sell your product, but guess what? You do need to be proactive to sell your product. And personally, I feel that the funnel land message is very reactive in a sense, right?
I don't think the funnel message is doing it.
I think
it's the
interpreted.
belief of the people that are using funnels to sell.
Because,
that's the cause.
And I think it's because they are, and I'm not gonna say they are. This is what I believe, very personal. People are scared of just putting themselves out there and having the conversations, and doing the exchange of value, which is selling at the end of the day, right? Hey, I'm giving you something so valuable that is going to help you solve your problem. Therefore, you're going to give me money, right?
And we don't see this just in products, right? Like last week, I had a couple conversations, and one of the most popular questions that we get is like, how do you get people on your show? Like, how do you, at the end of the day, you're selling your show, right? Like to have these incredible people come in and have an awesome conversation. And I don't think people were happy with my answer when I told them, right? Spoiler alert, here's the answer. You ask them. You send them a quick DM, maybe with a video, maybe with a message, right? Whatever feels more comfortable to you. And you ask them, do you want to come to the show? Here's what we have to offer. And I think coming from that world, because there's so many steps, like the funnel, the bump offers and the down sells and the upsells and all these things, a lot of people can expect many steps in this thing, right? And at the end of the day, it's like, how can we keep it simple, stupid, right? It's like, okay, maybe it's 1 or 2 steps. And we just had an experience with an incredible company that we're helping in a different aspect in product management and other things. And we got a message from the CEO, and along the ways of, I think internally with the company, they handle the content process internally. I think we're overthinking this thing big time. Can we have a conversation and see how we can do it? Because we solved an issue internally very quickly. And in that sense, obviously in content, it helps a ton. But also when you transfer that to the sales environment and that principle of how can I actually have a conversation, a meaningful conversation with somebody? I think what you said is so true, that people are very scared to have those conversations.
Yeah, I think we are.
And we were there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're like mixing this a lot. I think we gotta the whole topic. I feel like we're jumping from one side to the other one.
Bring it down.
I'm gonna share the story that my friend told me.
Yes.
Right. More than a story, it's just pretty much a comment. So my friend, really good friend, we actually met in Funnelland, and he is really good friends with a 8-figure entrepreneur, very successful from Funnelland, who is a very good friend with a 9-figure entrepreneur that is very recognized in Funnelland, but I wouldn't say he is as involved in that, right? Yeah. And recently, that guy has exploded. It's absolutely amazing. So he told me that the secret that the 9-figure guy said, the secret to go beyond, not to scale to 9 figures is outbound sales. And that makes sense. He said that, yeah, funnels and everything, they're very cool, but they're only going to get you to,
a certain point.
Yeah. But what is actually going to explode your business is doing outbound sales. For those that don't know what outbound sales is, You're not waiting for a lead to come in to contact them. You go out there proactively searching for those people that fit the profile of your ideal customer, and then you reach out to them. You're not going to reach out, hey, what's up, dude? I have a $5,000 program I want to sell you. Of course not, right? You're going to reach out, build a relationship, see if you actually can help them, and then that might lead to an opportunity. But outbound, you do a lot of volume, right? All these people do hundreds of outreach per day. And let's go off of funnel numbers, right? Let's say out of the 100 people that you reach out to, 20% opt in, right? Which is kind of like a average, I would say, opt-in number in a landing page. 20% of the people that you communicate with answer to you. And then out of those, 5% decide to actually buy something on your sales page, right? An offer that you made them. Out of 100 people that you're reaching out to, 5 people are giving you money. I think that is a pretty good win, right? And once they give you that first dollar, then it is way easier for you to upsell them, right? Sell them the next thing. Or if they are a good fit, obviously, bring them to a certain program that you have or a certain service, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Now, I think I got to clarify this. I think we're speaking more in terms of service providers too, right? Like you're not going to, if you're selling water guns, guess what? You're not going to go do some outreach right here. You might do outreach with Target representatives, right? Oh, let me get my product inside these big stores, right? And then you start calling stores. It's different. But
I think a great example of that is our dear friend Tony. Shout out to Tony. He had a similar thing. He had a product that he was trying to sell in two one-on-ones, and he was doing his outbound. He was mixing it with the podcast, kind of like what we do, and he was not getting enough traction. And we're like, okay, change a little bit of perspective. The outbound has to have a different target, and for him was agency owners that serve hundreds and hundreds of websites. And within 2 conversations, he landed an awesome deal.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. That again, outbound should be part of the strategy, and this is the challenge, and this is the issue that we found recently, right after, honestly, a bunch of years being in the Funnel Land community, which we absolutely love. We love you, Funnel Land, and obviously we're gonna go to all the events, and we're gonna still connecting with everybody, and we're still gonna have our funnels. Don't get me wrong, but we're definitely gonna put way more of our effort and our attention into outbound.
Yeah,
because it's a more proactive strategy to actually get clients in. It requires less steps. It requires, honestly, less skill because you don't need any tech skill. All you're doing is messaging people and finding out if they have a problem that you can solve. So you are shortening that path to cash, what you were talking about, right?
Yeah. Going back full circle, right? Something that we mentioned at the very, very beginning of the episode really depends where your business is at, right? Like if you have a business that is killing it in outbound and you guys have that process down and you haven't experienced funnels, maybe funnels is something that you might want to test with different type of products, right? If it's somebody that's starting up, we highly recommend maybe don't start with funnels. Maybe have something like, I mean, if you go to contentsprofit.com right now, that's a funnel, right? We have a free resource in there, the minimum viable content cheat sheet, which is very powerful. But again, like you have to identify those places where you can put those in. I remember.
Let me add something here real quick. There's 2 main resources that you have to grow your business, which is money and time, right? Of course, when you get labor inside of your business, you're adding you're stacking like time of other people that you can leverage, right? Well, let's say money and time, 24 hours. For funnels, something that we kind of like discover along the way, which is not that talk about as much, and it's a big issue, is for traffic. Guess what? You need money, right? You need money to drive traffic. Is there a way to do it with time? Absolutely, but it requires a big investment of time, building certain relationships, putting on campaigns, right? And those campaigns might not pan out as well as you want to, right? Sure, cash traffic ads that might not bring in as many people as you want to as well, but I think is more manageable because you see the numbers in a more clear way. Now, if I dedicate my time to drive traffic to my funnel in the sense of putting on campaigns, right? Doing what are these? I forgot the name. Kind of like these groups we got a guest right here.
Lucas showing me his boo boo.
Right. So if you spend your time putting campaigns together, reaching out to people just to do other marketing moves, why don't you want to spend that same amount of time directly reaching out to your ideal customers that they can spend money with you?
Yeah.
Right. And when I see that now, the answer is very clear. I want to spend my time reaching out to the people that I can potentially help and shortening that path instead of, oh, let's put this summit together and then we got to write 20,000 emails and 20,000 posts and then we're going to get all these people in here. And sure, that can pan out and that can give you a good spike on your revenue. But at the end of the day, then you're going to have to do it all over again, right?
Here's a very quick example maybe on how people can try this out, right? If you have an email list, a significant email list, you could potentially try, if you haven't tried funnels, you can build it and send your email list to that funnel and see what happens, right? But you already spent the time building that email list, right? We started with 0 emails, right? And I don't think we have a significant email list yet either. So that's why we rely on these methods, which, by the way, full disclosure, the show has been an outbound method for us to bring people in. It's a very high quality outbound method because of the value that we provide with the show. But also we've been testing those pipelines, right? And again, I think like this morning I was checking it. It was 120 people, new people contacted. This is not like total contacts. There's a few in there. $12,000 closed.
Pretty good.
Right?
Pretty good if you told me, my friend.
Yeah. And again, like one of those is a 3-month contract that could potentially be more. So that's in there.
Yeah.
But anyways.
And we understand those are not like huge, massive, life-saving, life-changing numbers. But when you do that repeatedly, right? Like we said the example at the beginning.
Yeah.
These people are doing at least 100 outreach per person that they have in the like sales people that they have in their company, 100 outreach per day.
And comparable, this test is 30 minutes a day, at least 20 contacts every single day, minimum, right? So again, it's something that's doable. Also, we do sell a product that's a little bit higher ticket. It's not like $100 product, but again, is going back to who's that person that you help. So all these elements come together, but I think the outbound strategy or the outbound theory is very powerful. So we highly encourage you to give it a try, right? And if you want to attach it to the podcast, let us know.
Yeah, and if you have questions, if you have some beliefs that you feel you need to move past those to start executing on this, let us know.
Yeah,
I still deal with those beliefs, right? I am, between my brother and I, full transparency, I'm the one that does the way least amount of outreach. And also, I feel like I'm the one that like stops myself more from doing it because, of course, we got that. We have that belief ingrained that reaching out to people and bothering them, you're just being sketchy at the end of the day, right? But guess what? You are not, because you have something that can help them move forward and solve their problems. So you're not bothering them. You're actually helping them. So yes, we challenge you, start doing outbound outreach. If you have any questions, let us know. Again, full disclosure, funnels are awesome. We're definitely going to go back to that eventually on a more, with a more strength, right? With more power. But before we do that,
also when we have the products that are relevant for a funnel, right?
Exactly. But I'm saying before we do that, I think we want to get to a certain point in our business before we decide to invest X amount in building those funnels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like we weren't all over the place today, but I still
solid episode.
But I still feel it was good.
This was good.
Yeah, that was fun.
Let us know. Good.
Did you enjoy this episode?
Dude, I had something I wanted to share, and I completely forgot. It was like that was so good. Anyways, for the next episode.
Yeah, we'll figure it out for the next one.
All right, guys. With that said, thank you so much for tuning into the Content Profit Podcast. Go ahead and follow the show in your favorite platform and at BIZBROS Co.
That is right. And if today's episode helped you move one step forward towards your goal, please don't forget to share this episode with 3 friends and leave a 5-star review. See ya.
Bye, guys.
Wee.
All right.
I'm going to say something here live.
Thumbnail time.
You got to stop the recording after the tune, kind of like the tune goes down.
Okay.
Then you stop the recording. Because now when I'm editing, it's like dun, 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 and it's over.
Goodbye.
All right.
Well, what's the thumbnail?
Like this.
All right.
Let's
solid.
go.
All right, guys. See you on Friday. By the way, don't miss it. It's our birthday episode.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right,
Let's
take
go.
care. Bye. Oh, no, I got to end it here. Damn. There we go.